So, the third update for Sonic Frontiers is finally out, and with that, the game is officially complete. But out of all the updates that this game has gotten, this is the most controversial one due to the massive spike in difficulty that we haven't seen in Sonic games for centuries. Did Sonic Team actually cook for this update, or is the food still raw? Let's discuss. T-Squad Rise Up, is your boy Temzy back again with another video, and today we are discussing Sonic Frontiers The Final Horizon. Out of all the updates out there, this is the one we've been waiting for the most because it has exciting new content, a new story, new playable characters, new super form, and a new final boss. I haven't gone to the final boss yet, so think of this video as more of a first impression than an actual full review. That will come soon, I promise. But until then, I want to give you guys my thought on this update so far and discuss the good, the bad, and the ugly of the Sonic Frontiers final update. But before we get into this juicy content, it has come to my attention that some of you guys forgot to click the subscribe button. Yeah, I'm on to you. You thought I wouldn't mention it, huh? Yeah, I see you. But all jokes aside, be sure to like and subscribe because it really helps the channel out. It's completely free to do and it lets me know that you guys are rocking with the Temzy content. But anyways, I'm gonna start off with the most controversial part of this update, which is the playable characters. While it is true the new platforming sections are a lot more challenging, at the end of the day it's the player's controls that make or break the actual in-game experience. Following the order of the game, let's start with Amy. I've seen a lot of people online agree that she's actually the best character to control aside from Sonic, and honestly I have to agree with them. Amy's moveset is pretty easy to grasp and she has good air recovery, which really helps with the platforming sections. Although I'll also have to agree with people saying that her card mechanic is way too overused in this game. They took a really niche part of her character and made it into an entire moveset, which is kind of wild. In fact, the only move that uses her hammer so far is the parry move. At least that's the only one I've been able to unlock yet, but it's still a shame because Amy's hammer is one of her key defining characteristics, not her cards. I'm gonna be real and say the only times that Amy's cards were ever officially used in a mainline game before Origins was Sonic CD. And while I respect that they're trying to expand on Amy's character and her gimmicks, you can't just push out these cards like she's been using them this entire time and expect everyone to just accept it like nothing happened. Anyways, card gimmicks aside, Amy feels pretty good to control except for one problem, which affects all of the new characters, but I'll touch on that later. Now, Knuckles was the next character introduced and oh boy, where do I begin? At first, it feels amazing to be playing as Knuckles again for literally the first time in decades, not counting Boom or any other side games. But after a while, the novelty wears off and oh my goodness, they actually butchered Knuckles in this game. Out of all of the characters in this update, you would think that Knuckles would be the most combat heavy character to play with, but bro actually starts the game not knowing how to throw a punch. I'm serious, you actually have to unlock that in the skill tree. Yikes. His climbing mechanic is only limited to certain walls, which I can get because of how this game is designed, but even then, I feel like he should still be able to climb the natural rock formations. And don't get me started on the gliding, my word, I need to have a friendly chat with the absolute genius that decided there would be input lag for 2 seconds whenever you start to glide. And not only that, the turning curve is so wide for this update that controlling where this guy is going feels worse than Sonic Adventure 2. How did they manage to make it worse almost 20 years later is beyond me. Easily the worst character. By the way, I'm not saying that Sonic Adventure 2 had bad controls, I'm just saying 20 years later they should have better controls than a game that's like 2 decades old, come on. Overall, it's not like Knuckles is completely unplayable though. I had fun. It's just that these tiny things that they got wrong slowly pile on top of each other and just sour the experience. And that actually happens a lot in this game. But then there's Tails. Surprisingly, he's alright. The small cooldown before you start flying from a jump can be annoying, but you slowly get used to it. I don't know why though, out of all the characters here, he doesn't have a homing attack. I know he's supposed to be more brains than brawn, but I think they dialed up the goofy kid's attacks a bit too much because they got my man literally throwing wrenches. What is even the lore explanation behind that? Are these the wrenches that Sonic collected all over Chaos Island? Did Tails make a wrench dispenser into his gloves or something? Or is it just a cyberspace thing? What gives? Tails' platforming sections are just the right amount of challenging, and it also seems that Sonic Team hasn't forgotten the best part about playing as Tails. Massive platforming section? Nah, I'ma just fly over it. I just love that. I love you for the guy. As for the tornado mech, I haven't unlocked it yet, but I heard it's OP and I've seen some clips and I can't wait to get my grubby hands on it. Seriously, flying over Orana's island in that thing is going to be amazing. But now I've mentioned all the characters individually, I need to talk about the massive issue that's affecting all of these characters, especially Knuckles. Okay, remember how Frontier Sonic used to literally stop on a dime and it caused wars on that evil website about momentum? Yeah, see, Sonic Team decided to say screw you guys and made the characters not stop instantly but also continue going after you let go of the joystick. As far as I know, it doesn't seem intentional, more like a bug they left unchecked on their end, so I'm hoping it gets fixed in a future patch, even if there will be any future patches. If not, we always got mods. In fact, after I upload this video, I'm keeping the mod loader on, because now there are some new codes that have been launched that completely remove the annoying transition animations from Knuckles glide and other key moves in this game. I highly recommend that you try that out if you're playing this game on PC. Quick shout out to my boy Hyper. Now, I won't get too much into the story because of spoilers and also because I want to leave that for my main review, but what I've seen so far in game is pretty good. It looks like they're expanding on lore questions that the original game never answered, and I'm all here for it. The general posing of the models in the cutscenes are also a lot better, which is great to see. Again, I'm gonna go much more detail in my later video, so keep an eye out for that. Now, I'm only a quarter of a way into the DLC, but man, is there a difference, a massive difference in the difficulty of the platforming. And it's almost so good, almost, but the clunky controls just let these sections down so much. Like, for example, I'll make a decent portion of a way up a tower, and because of one slight misinput or input delay, Sonic will literally drop back to the bottom. And it's not like you can easily recover while you're dropping, because for some inconceivable reason, the controls completely lock and you cannot move while you're falling. And this is on easy mode. Yeah, screw pride, I wanted to get this video done as soon as possible, so I flipped over to easy mode thinking it would make the recording process faster. Boy was I stupid! In a complete twist of irony, cyberspace went from easily being the worst part of the original Sonic Frontiers to the best part of the Final Horizons DLC. Again, I literally haven't played everything yet, but from what I've seen on Twitter and what I'm not calling X and what I've played so far, it's just completely blown my mind. They give you the spin dash straight away for this update regardless of if you've unlocked it previously, and they just let you get straight to it. The new level design is completely centered around the spin dash now, and it just feels absolutely amazing. Again, I've literally had all of my mods and codes off while I was recording, so completely vanilla experience, and for once it felt like I had a similar speed to the adventure games and Generations. Yeah, I know, I stand by what I just said. Yes, the layouts may look a bit messy and hard to read, but when you're running on them things, it just works. Like this, it feels good. I don't need to say much for the music, bro. Otani absolutely cooked here. Like cyberspace, character themes, everything, man. If Frontier's music was an 8 before, it's a 10.5 now, bro. Absolutely went ham. Next topic. Before the difficulty curve originally threw me off, I'm still very happy with this update and I can't wait to finish the rest of it and gather my final thoughts. Kishimoto had a vision, and even though there were bumps here and there, he saw it through to the very end, and I can't wait for the next mainline Sonic game. If you're still watching at this point, I just want to thank you for being a real one. I did originally plan a live stream on this update, but life had other ideas. In fact, this video was supposed to be up days ago, but oh well, it is what it is. I do still want to live stream my reaction to the ending because I have heard some amazing things. So it is most likely that we will go live sometime around the weekend. No promises though. Worst case scenario, however, it will just be a let's play video uploaded of the ending, but just expect something in your inbox around the weekend. So make sure you got that sub button clicked and that bell activated. But that's it for now. I'll see you guys in the next one. Temzy out. Peace.